Yige has already amassed quite a list of accomplishments in a very short time. She began flute studies at the age of 7 and has participated in many prestigious ensembles, the youth orchestras of Los Angeles, SCSPOA, and Allstate. Most recently, Yige was accepted into the Pacific Symphony Youth Orchestra and just won second prize in the National Flute Association's Junior Soloist Competition. Her ensemble work has already taken her to prestigious events at Carnegie Hall, Disney Hall, and the Mozarteum in Salzburg. Please welcome 9th grader at St. Margaret's Episcopal School, flutist Yige. Stand next to me, Yige. Welcome. I understand Yige is translated into English as unique.
Yes.
Quite a unique headdress you have there for us.
Thank you.
Beautiful. And I understand you also go by Gloria. May I call you Gloria? Yes, let's do that. That'll make things even better. There you go. May I call you Gloria?
Yes.
Beautiful. Share with everyone, Gloria, if you would, about that first encounter with the flute that inspired you.
Oh, well, I started the flute when I was in 2nd grade. So I was 7 years old and I was about this height, tiny. And I first encountered the flute when I was in the live performance. Well, not me, but I was attending a live performance at Irvine Spectrum. And I was just passing by, there was a band playing, there were saxophones, trumpets, all you can name. And amidst all the golden and bronze hues, I could see like a sliver of silver. And I kind of fell in love with the flute. So.
Wonderful. I understand you also started out playing piano and you still play. Reading about you, though, I was surprised to find out you're also an accomplished author. You've written 2 novels already. Tell us about your passion for writing.
I haven't published anything yet, but yes, I love writing. I've written short stories, poems, but I really love writing novels because I could really spin my own tale on characters that I would be with for a long time.
I know you, like me, have an alarming passion for the horror genre. You listen to the Magnum podcast. I don't know. Tell us about the Magnum podcast.
Oh, the Magnus podcast.
Magnus,
yes.
Magnus, yes.
It goes by the Magnus Archives, and it's a horror podcast. I listen to it like on the rides, on the car, usually.
Is Magnus a character, or is it a collection of different stories and different characters?
Spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
It's like kind of a character, but also kind of an organization.
Oh, okay.
It starts with a bunch of short horror stories, and in the end it kind of gets together a bit, and the recordings get kind of, as you can say, spun in the web, so it kind of leads to a center point that you have to wait to find out.
Wow. And I think it's almost even more frightening to listen to it than to
Yes.
watch it. But that said, have you watched Longlegs yet?
Ooh, no.
I've seen it twice. Very scary. I think you'll like it. Tell us about the most unusual place you've performed.
Well, I performed all over the world.
There was some place outside if you were telling me about.
I went to Yellowstone a couple weeks ago. I was in the cabin, so we were in Yellowstone in the cabin, and I decided it's a great idea to just go out and play. So I went outside at like 7 in the morning. It was freezing cold. I took my flute. It was also freezing cold. And I just played in the wilderness in Yellowstone. It was amazing.
But that was even more scary to hold a frozen pipe up to your mouth.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I know you anticipate more exciting challenges down the road for yourself, like mountain climbing and skydiving. You're really fearless. I mentioned earlier your recent win at the National Flute Association, but it turned out that that was also a monumental challenge after your win. Tell us about that. You got notes,
yes.
even with your big prize, you got notes that were
after winning second place, the judges actually gave a lot of feedback. So I received a bunch of papers, and they mostly told me to kind of relax my embouchure, my position, and that would lead to a better sound down the road. So I kind of just started over from scratch. I dropped my embouchure, dropped everything that I knew, that I've been with since I was a second grader, and I kind of just went back to the basics, tried to find the best position of my mouth and of the flute on my lip. So that was a really challenging experience because I had to keep going back and saying, this is what I am now. I can't go back.
Right.
Yeah.
It's too tight and you just complete.
Yes.
How amazing to reinvent yourself. Bravo, Gloria. I understand the piece you're playing for us today was the required piece you all had to play at the competition. And I know you told me that initially you weren't that excited about the piece. Tell us why it didn't appeal to you and what changed your perspective on it to make it your showcase performance for today.
At first, we actually had 2 songs, and this one was a lot shorter, a lot less technical, didn't really have any running passages or anything that really stood out at first. And it's actually a Native American landscape, so it kind of, to me, it sounded a bit dull at first. But after playing it for a long time and dragging out that emotion in the piece, I have gotten a lot better playing it, and I've liked it a lot more too.
And it's got a lot of nature sounds to it. So,
yes.
So if you hear her blowing into the flute, like to invoke the wind, ladies and gentlemen, it's not because her embouchure is wrong, okay? It's called for in this piece, which is Phyllis Luke's Warm Springs Serenade. Gloria, the stage is yours.
Okay.
flutist and very